to have. It's your time to build your empire. Rise up. Nobody's going to do it for you. Your empire won't build itself. Now let's remind you why you're doing this, why you're an entrepreneur, why you know that this is the only path that will give you the chance to win, to have freedom, to do something great with your life, to leave your mark, to change lives, to serve others, to make your work your ministry, to empower yourself, to empower others, to be the hero for your family, to get the respect and admiration of your friends, to have more money than you can spend, to be able to support charities and causes that your heart desires, to have your name at the entrance of buildings, to know a quality of life with no stress, to have security and control, to be free of worldly pressure so that you can love freely, to build your own empire, to become the leader you are here to be, to let the world see the greatness God put inside of you. To operate at less than peak performance today would be a slap in the face of your creator who expects your.
Woo! Rise and shine, dreamers. Another blessed and grateful day. Happy Tuesday. Hope you all had a great week so far. I apologize. We actually missed yesterday. We got off the port pretty late. But this weekend, oh my goodness, let me tell you, I have notes, pages, and filled to go ahead and bring back to the family. But most importantly, I was telling myself the whole time that there is no freaking way we are going on this next trip without the entire family coming and experiencing that. So let me tell you right now, get your bags ready, get packed, because this next trip is going to be ones for a lifetime. And we've got a couple planned out. We have a couple cities. We have a tour coming up. We have Riviera Maya into the summer. So if you don't have that sketched into your calendar, get that locked in, because we are all going to experience the beaches of Mexico here in a couple months. So we have a vision, right? We're running towards something exciting here these next couple months. So let's go ahead and get into it today, fam. This whole week, I'm going to be giving you guys nothing but gems, things that I've been able to take in, some of the top leaders spending this weekend with literally $1 million Hall of Famers, some of the GOATs, the 1% of the 1% of the industry. So stay tuned, fam. I've got a lot to go ahead and bring back. That was the goal. You know, anytime we travel, I love to go ahead and bring the gems right back to the family. So today's topic is going to be what is greatness? And this is going to be topics from Brian Carruthers, from Arash, from $1 Million Hall of Famers like Elizabeth Gardner. So stay tuned for this week, fam. This month, this is going to be a packed out schedule. Shane, I appreciate you, brother. Johnny, dreamers, let's go ahead and get into today with no further ado. So let me get live on IG. And what is everybody grateful for coming into today? Let me know. Let's get this chat flowing with some energy, and let's go ahead and get started. What is greatness? Oh. IG, here we go. Love it, love it. Grateful to be alive, fam. So grateful for God. So grateful for each and every single one of you. So thankful for the dream team. I was literally standing at a casino table, okay, with Brian Carruthers as we're throwing thousands on the table. And I'm just looking left and I'm like, is this really happening right now? Is this the access that we have? We're smoking cigars on the top helicopter deck, smoke with the legend, picking his brain, getting to know the background and the history of what it is that we're all a part of. So I'm telling you guys, I've got so much to pour in and I can't keep it in. Danny Hilahar, it's good to see you. So let's get into it, fam. What is greatness? This is going to be a short and sweet, but it's going to pack a punch. So here we go. First thing that everybody on the cruise, it's so funny when you get around success, because you start to notice that you hear a lot of very similar messages. They just might be said or taught from a different perspective or from a different angle, but it's absolutely true. Success does leave clues, and you are going to hear a lot of similar things when it comes to greatness. So the first thing, all right, they gave us 4 questions getting into the training. Ready? Number 1, they said greatness is defined as selfless exceptionalism. Okay, selfless exceptionalism. And the four questions was this. Number 1, what do we want to achieve coming into 2025? Just go ahead and let your brain roll out with that question. What's a couple things that you think of? Maybe for some of you, you're thinking about your body. You know, we're talking to Marissa. She not only did she go out and hit executive director in the past half a year plus, but she actually went out. She dropped 100 pounds. So she got clear on exactly what it is that she wanted to achieve. She wanted to go ahead and build her body. She wanted to build her mindset. She had a rank for her financial goals that she was looking to get to. And the same thing goes with all of us, right? Success leaves clues. So number 2, how bad do we want to reach our goal? You know, Jason, on almost all of our leadership calls, he always gives, and it's a little bit polar, okay? But this is something that I took from Bob Proctor as well. You guys can take it however you like. But the way he puts himself in a mindset, and I do the same thing, is what if we had 90 days? Imagine this, right? Today's what? January 14th. Imagine if we had 90 days from right now, and the person that you love the most, whether that be your mother, your children, maybe your grandparents, imagine, God forbid, something were to happen to them in 90 days, and if we didn't reach our goal, that would happen. My mentor always gave me the visual. Imagine if they were at the top of the Empire State Building, and if we didn't hit those goals in 90 days, now how different does the work ethic become? Those times we want to hit the snooze button, wake up late, miss that call, skip the gym. You see, we might not do something for ourselves, but you know what I've noticed over the years? I bet you we will do something for the people that we love, especially those that I don't even have kids, so I can't even imagine that end of it. But I know that why is deep. That's number 2. How bad do you want to reach your goal? You see, when I got started, I was living out of my car. I had no money. I had no job. And I noticed there's 2 different types of people. There's somebody that is hungry, and there's somebody that is starving. Somebody that's hungry can go a couple of days, but I always tell you guys, somebody that is starving is willing to do whatever it takes to go ahead and make it happen. That was me. And Brian Crothers, I was literally reading his book last night. He says, so many people always ask me when I travel, when I go to events, Brian, what's the secret? How do I get to your level? How do I have that many people impacted? And he says, here's the deal. There was no secret. I literally just outworked everybody. While people were lazy on the holidays, while people were sleeping in, he said, I was getting up early. I was doing the work that most people were not willing to do today so I can live a life tomorrow like most can't. But it came down to the desire. Number three is, do we have the mental toughness to be able to handle adversity along the way? This is huge. This is a big one. And here was the question that Brian asked every single one of us this weekend. He said, what is your IQ level? Not your emotional intelligence. What's your IQ level? What is your I quit level? Meaning, what will it take to go ahead and get you to quit? You see, Elizabeth Gardner, one of our $1 Million Hall of Famers, her story is so impactful. When I tell you the whole room was probably tearing up, it's a real thing. Imagine building the business with your husband, getting up to $600,000 a year, and then he passes. And she went on to become the number 1 women's leader of the entire company, hitting the $1 million pinnacle rank, and then some. So it just goes to show, what is the I quit level? Is somebody passing, holidays, funerals, what is it going to be to get you to quit? And when I really thought about that, looking over the years, I've sacrificed all of those things. I've sacrificed birthdays, holidays, funerals for the business. So when I went back and I asked myself, what is my I quit level? When you ask me that now, there's nothing. There's no curveball. There's nothing that you could possibly throw at me in my life that would get me to quit, because this is bigger than just myself. Even for these YouTubes, I could have quit these YouTubes a long time ago. I don't get paid $1 off of this. But the reason I do it is because it's bigger than me. I showed up on this call on 9/11. My uncle literally just committed suicide. I showed up on the same day. Why? Because it doesn't matter what adversity is going on. When you're doing something bigger than yourself, the work ethic changes. The perspective changes. So, Neno, it's good to see you, my brother. So proud of you. Leading the way, as always. You already know I'm following your steps, my brother. It's great to see you. All right, number 4. This is huge, okay? Do your words and actions reflect the heart that inspires peak performance in others and make those around you better? Give it to you one more time. Do your words and actions reflect the heart that inspires peak performance in others and make those around you better? You know, Brian was talking about it this weekend. He said, when you really study my success and when you really study my team's organization, it always came down to the speed of the leader determines the speed of the pack. It's one thing to tell somebody what to do. But that's a boss. A boss will come into work. Hey, go make these calls. Hey, go clean the bathroom. Hey, come show up here at 3 p.m. But you see the difference between a leader. A leader will lead by example. A leader will make the calls. A leader will get uncomfortable. A leader will go out and get bold and show others that if they can do it, anybody else that's willing to walk the tightrope can go ahead and do it as well. So that's the last question for number 4 is, do the words reflect our actions? I've heard it for years. D, I'm ready to go all in. I'm ready to go ahead and take my business to the next level. But when you walk it like you talk it, this is when the back office begins to follow. So it takes both. Let's speak it and let's also walk it and watch the manifestations collide. And here's the quote that he gave at the end. He said, when you give, you live. When you take, you're in pain and fear. And that's the last thing I want to leave off with today. When you give, you live. When you take, you're in pain and fear. So the question for that, I've literally wrote this almost for 900 plus days straight. First sentence that I wake up every day. Thank you, God, for waking me up today because I get to be of service. That's it. That's the first thing on my mind every single day for literally years now. How can I be of service? How can I give back? Because I know the more that we give, the more that we're going to receive 10x, 100x, 1,000x. So family, I love you guys. I appreciate you. I'm so happy and excited for where we're at. Most importantly, for where we're going. Anything you need, I'm here for you every step of the way. Don't feel afraid to reach out. And remember, we can be, do, and have anything we can hold in our mind. We can hold it right here in our hand. If nobody told you that today, fam, I'm proud of you. You're amazing. You're unstoppable. And let's go out and turn these dreams into reality. It's game time. Let's grow.
That was great.